Hello, lovely listeners.
We are your boyfriend twins.
We're the same.
But different. Also, we're not actually boyfriends.
And we're not related either.
Yeah, we're those two rats that ran through the Bachelorette set in that one episode. Do you know that episode, Kevin?
No. I hear rats and I just think of all of New York City, and that's kind of romantic, so I'm into it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that. For me, I remember my family. They're just kind of rodent-y sometimes with their vibes. Their vibes are very rodent-y. What would your family's vibe be if it was like an animal?
Ooh, well, we're talking about Christian white people who tamp everything down and never discuss feelings or important matters that, you know, are significant to the human experience. So what's that bird that just sticks his face in the sand and hopes for the best as danger runs around it?
I believe it's called the African gray Kevin.
No. I think we've learned at this podcast that I am capable of discussing my many issues and many problems. I don't think I'm one to stick my head in
So
the
there's
sand.
something wrong with being African, Kevin? Or are you saying there's nothing wrong with being African because you're white and you were there during apartheid?
I think it is the birthplace of life, and to say anything is wrong is bad.
You're so right. You know, guys, we really believe that there's one race, the human race.
The human race.
We all descend
And I'm winning.
from Africa. Probably. I have bad endurance. You know what is even better than incline walking, Kevin? You know what perks
Literally
my breasts?
anything. Oh my gosh, what? When you get
comment, liking, and subscribing and rating our podcast. That's better than incline treadmill walking. That will give you perfect cardiovascular health. That'll stop you from getting heart disease. It'll make Kevin have even longer, sexy armpit hair, which I know a lot of gay men enjoy. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Your like go-to always is to sexualize me for likes. Like you are immediate. You're like, Kevin will shave off his mustache.
I learned it
Kevin
from
will take
you,
off his
Kevin.
shirt.
I
Kevin will
learned
do
it
the
from
thing.
you.
No. You sexualize yourself. You say that you're gonna do the things to your body. You don't get to be like and subscribe. Kevin's gonna jump off a bridge.
I do that. I do because I'm like, oh, Kevin's my little like sweet, sexy monkey.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I can't be your
I don't
sweet,
love this
sexy
position. I don't love this. I'm feeling a little insecure in this moment. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go and put on a sweater.
Kevin, give me 1 sec. Guess who's calling during our recording?
Your fucking sister?
Like clockwork.
God damn.
It's my sister. Give me 1 sec. 1 second. Appy, I can't talk. I'm recording the podcast. You always call during this time. I can't talk. I'm literally recording right now.
Oh, thank you for answering. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Aww.
No, she's fake. She's fake. She knew that she was being recorded. She knew she was being recorded. I love her though. She's like clockwork.
My mom does this thing. I had to train her. I had to train my mother to tell me when she was using speakerphone, because we would have these long conversations and then just like popping out in the background, I hear like a laugh or something. I'd be like, is there other people in the room? And she'd be like, yeah, of course, like Paul's here. I'm like, no. You have to tell me when someone's in the room. It is courteous. It is a proper, it's proper etiquette.
She's like, I'm on TikTok live.
Yeah, I'm recording all this.
Something my family will do is if we're on speaker and somebody that we talk shit about usually is there, we'll be like, hey, just so you know, you're on speaker. Yeah. Blank is here too.
That's the expectation. That's not the good work someone could do because they're generous. That is the bare minimum you could do if someone's in the room and another person doesn't know. Unless you're trying to sabotage someone, or like, unless it's going to be awkward if you bring it up. But I say too many words in ways that people often don't like. So I need a buffer to know who can possibly hear me.
Yeah, that's fair. You do talk a lot of shit.
Hell yeah, baby.
You do talk a lot of shit. Actually, I think we talk equal amounts of shit. People just assume you talk more shit because I smile more, and I have big eyes.
You just also generally enjoy life more. So when I talk shit, it looks like I'm just a curmudgeon who hates everything. Versus when you talk shit, it's like there's a light in your eyes and it looks like you care.
Okay, I do care. I want to reel it back. I want to ask you a question that I didn't get an answer to. I said you're like my sweet, sexy little monkey. What am I to you? What kind of sweet monkey am I of yours?
There is a orangutan in the San Diego Zoo that would
Thank you.
constantly break out of its enclosure and just like hang out with other animals
Aww.
and like just be nice to park guests. And I feel like that's you. You are so motivated to not be put in the box that life has put you in, yet you do nothing of significance or large circumstance.
I can't.
So
I didn't hear the second part of that sentence. I
oh.
didn't fix it on the first. Aww. Continue.
Yeah, that's all. So I just think you're someone who breaks the rules to inevitably sit and do nothing.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's
That's
the
the
kind of
second
monkey
nicest
you
thing you've
are.
ever said to me. Thank you.
What was the
The
first?
first nicest is the first was, Kevin, I'm gonna marry you for a green card. You said yes.
Yeah, and then I said,
That was the
money,
nicest thing.
please. Money.
Yes, we're gonna figure out a good rate. Because I really think, Kevin, it would be so fun to be married to you platonically for a bit, just for my green card. And like, I love the idea of like
Imagine.
living in the same house as you and harassing
Whoa,
you
whoa, whoa,
every day, and just like,
no. We're not doing the like Three's Company nonsense. You're not living with me. This is paperwork.
and I'm gonna watch
only.
all your personal training sessions. I'd be like, yay, that's my hubby.
No. I
The
am
podcast is gonna be renamed Husband Twins.
husband twins. I do love that. I do. Just think about the intro. Just think about the possibility if we were, hello, this is boyfriend twins. We're married but not dating. No, it's not a relationship. Yes, it's absolutely real.
Also, we're not
Like
related.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
Also, we're not related. Thank God.
Well, if
Love
anyone
the
in the
bitch.
States would like to get me a green card, I would love to move there one day. You know, things are going so well there.
Oh, in America? Never been better.
Never been
Oh
better.
my God, it's so great.
Hey Kevin, what would your week be like if it was a sex position? Moving right through that.
Moving right through it. We are not taking any time to stop at that little pit stop there, and we're
No.
racing on through. Lightning McQueen, only
Yeah.
gas.
That's the cars that you find sexually attractive. I remember. If you guys remember that from the episode where we
That's
talked
not a
about
trap.
cartoons,
That's
Kevin
not a
finds
trap.
lightning.
That's not a trap. He exudes sexual energy. That's not a trap. You can't shame me. Not in this moment.
Ka-chow!
Oh,
Are you turned on?
I just came. Yeah, a little bit there.
Yay!
So my sexual position for this week, unfortunately, has nothing to do with cars, but I will say this has been an incredibly productive week in that a lot of like bureaucratic nonsense finally went through. I finally got the title to my car that I had purchased in like February from someone else. The title transfer finally went through with the DMV. And then also I finally went through and got a new computer because we've been dealing with so many different technical issues that I'm just going to upgrade everything. We had a beekeeper come yesterday to remove the 25 pounds of beehive and honey that were found inside the panels of our roof. And on top of that, I have my broken laptop. They finally called and was like, hey, we figured out what it was. You can pick it up later this week. So it feels like so much of my life is now like allowed to move forward again after being stuck in limbo. And so I'd say my sexual position would be like when you're hooking up with a person and like the wang is like floppy, you know, like they're not quite into it yet, and you're just like,
Sure.
you know, you're just slapping it around. You're just trying to wake it up.
Sure,
You're just
sure.
trying to get the you know, flaccid dick ready for action. And
Sure.
it's finally hard. Like we're there. Like we're like
Yeah.
we can finally do something with this appendage. It's happening. We're moving on.
I love that. So your sex position is floppy, and
Yeah,
now it's
just
hard, and
yanking
like
it.
it's kind
Just-
of like a pre-sex position
just
almost,
like,
isn't it?
Just throwing it from side to side, just seeing where I can put
Yeah.
it. See if it's in a more comfortable position over here, or maybe this way. Rolling it around the arms. Just giving it a nice little massage. Yeah.
Kevin, how does a beekeeper remove 25 pounds of hive? Do they
Bitch.
kill the bees? Do they get a flamethrower? Do they like lift it out? Like, what do they do?
They cut into our fucking roof, bitch. So they actually did a really good job. I was expecting them to like cut into our roof, take all of it out, and then be like, peace, you're welcome, my job is done. But they actually like put it back together in a way that is not the worst, and I was expecting a much messier job. We've had a beehive stuck in our roof for about visibly for a month now, but it's probably been there for much longer. And then when they came, there's a, it's the, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the roof, the paneling underneath the roof that gives it structure, and then
Sure.
like something that covers up that. So basically inside the structure was this huge beehive that had been there for a while. Essentially, they removed the hive, they removed the bees, took the queen and like a lot of the bees that were connected to it, but in order to make sure they don't come back, they had to spray the area. So I'm sure there were some casualties.
So I went to a beekeeping event and I saw this like professional beekeeper dude. We had like the whole suit on. It was
Who
really
sponsored
cool.
that
I'm usually
again?
scared
Was
of
it like
them.
HP?
Interact debit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was right before the Orville Peck concert too, and it was right next door, so I had to change out of my like bee attire and was dressed up like a cowboy and just left the venue.
Good for you.
Strut out.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, this he was showing us like there were hives, and he was like, you actually have to simulate a forest fire to make them think it's happening. I don't remember why. I think it either makes them come out of their hive or makes them go towards it. I don't know what the hell it was, but he had this big tank that just like had a fire going and it smelled like campfire. It was so freaking cool.
Mhm.
Did you know that male bees don't have stingers at all? They're called drones. They have no stingers. They cannot hurt you. They're just cute.
Wow. Cucked incels. Is
So
what I'm
if
hearing.
that's
Yeah.
incels for sure, and you know
Incels.
what? The female bees, the ones with the stingers, this is we're getting ahead of ourselves. I haven't gotten to my sex position, but you'll know it's a female bee because it has a stinger. And if it's buzzing Woman's World by Katy Perry,
Terrible.
that's how you know it's a woman bee.
Terrible. Terrible.
We will get there. We will get there.
Boo.
We will get there. Okay.
Boo.
This week has been really simple, honestly, Kevin. Nothing complicated. My week has been pretty straightforward. There's been lots of visiting family. Why do I keep doing the sex family thing?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I'm glad you caught it, but it's also a massive problem.
I just visit. I see my family a lot these days. Okay, this week
That doesn't
has
help.
been. You know what? This week has been very straightforward. Got stuff done. There's been a pretty good balance of everything. I have a little bit of a cough, so it's fine. This week's exposition is a very, very simple Mormon couple missionary breeding for childbirth. Like, that's this week's sex position. Sorry, breeding to get pregnant. It's functional. It was good, and we moved on. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know what isn't easy peasy lemon squeezy? To listen to Katy Perry.
No, we're not moving past that yet. I'm gonna be honest, Taha. As someone who feels too much always, I'm surprised to hear that everything was just so bland for you this week. Is there something missing?
You know what?
Is there a longing?
I don't
that
even know
should
if
be there?
bland is the word. Look, it's like a perfectly baked
Let's
apple
let the
pie.
audience decide.
It's like, well, a good apple pie. It gets the job done and it's yummy. It's sweet. It's tangy. Maybe the crust is a little bit underdone sometimes, and you're like,
no.
but like,
An apple pie is the highlight of my day if I'm gonna get one. So it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like your week was the highlight. It sounds like it was a meal with eggs and rice.
no, it was more satisfying. Let's say eggs and rice and some. Okay,
Only eggs
hold
and
up.
rice.
Eggs and
Bland.
rice.
Boo. Yeah, I picked the blandest meal I could.
Eggs and
Taha,
rice,
when
like-
did you lose passion for life?
Oh, it all started when I met my doppelganger Kevin McDonald, and we started a podcast together.
Just
And he
slowly
inspired me
losing it. Mhm.
to be more nihilistic, be more jaded.
Well, it doesn't sound
I
like
was
you're
hoping
nihilistic.
that-
You said satisfied. It doesn't sound like
I
you're.
am satisfied.
I'm just wondering why
Yeah,
your
but
story
I'm
keeps
teeter-
changing, Taha. I'm just
Well,
wondering.
it's not actually. As I teeter into nihilism, you will see that it's a spectrum, and I'm going from excited to nihilistic. Right now, I'm in the middle, where I'm saying things are okay. By July of 2025,
I met my friend Kevin, and therefore my moods have changed sometimes. I'm becoming more human.
human, I'm becoming more like an angry stray cat.
Who's adorable. You forgot that part. Stray cats are some of the
No.
most desired on the planet. Have you ever seen a stray cat and been like, I'm glad that's left alone? No. You walk up and you
Yes,
say, oh my
actually,
gosh, I want you to be my
multiple.
friend. And then as you walk up and it runs away, you think of every moment that you could have had with this cat, the relationship that could be built, the possibility of just the world that could have opened up because of this amazing pet you could have as they scurry away underneath that car and you say, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
So you do have the capacity for these feelings. You just don't feel it towards people.
No, you're the one that's unfeeling. You're the one that's had a bland week. This isn't about me. This is about you and your lack of feeling.
Okay. So this isn't your toolbox. You just don't use it.
In my toolbox?
Yeah, it's in your emotional toolbox. You can feel those things, but you don't do it with people. But I just assumed you were never capable of it, but you are. But with cats,
Oh, come on. As if I have to make the argument that cats are better than people. You really gonna sit here and tell me that people are better than cats?
I'd say they
I
can
dare you.
be
I dare you.
tied.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, what do men do? What this should be fun. This should be exciting to hear. Name some
What do men
things we
do
like
better
about
than
men. Yeah,
cats?
name some fun things that
Okay,
men do that cats can't do. Come on.
they flirt with you.
Ooh,
They they have
stupid.
a they have a capacity for empathy.
Yeah, they produce Katy Perry's music. Is that what they do? Boo,
That is what they do. You know
boo.
what? Maybe cats are better than humans because cats don't have a Dr. Luke equivalent. How's that? Does that make you happy, Kevin?
Exactly. Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you. Cheers. My point. Case
I
and
I haven't
point.
heard
I
the song
win.
yet.
You
I'm
haven't?
protesting. No, I don't care
Okay, here's
about
the
it.
thing. We're talking about Katy Perry again. It's happening. It's in the zeitgeist. We all know how I feel. Anyone who's been on my Twitter, anyone who knows who has been around me for more than a second.
You know how I'm not allowed to talk about musicals anymore? I think I need to just stop talking about Katy Perry.
100%. That's so fair. That's so
Or
fair.
or we give in to our demons and you and I make a Katy Perry musical and just punish everybody.
Oh my gosh, a Katy Perry musical?
A
Oh my
jukebox
gosh.
musical
A
about a
juke
girl coming out and she's like, I kissed a girl and I liked it. The
No.
taste
No.
of
What
her
would the
cherry
Katy
chapstick.
Perry, because the music is so basic. The music has nothing to do but like party. What would the
No,
jukebox
the
musical
music in a
be?
lot. No. Jukebox musicals use basic music all the
No,
time.
I
You have to
understand, but they pull
force
a plot out of
meaning.
it. Like I saw Mamma Mia, I drank my wine, I get it. I
Yeah,
am saying
yeah.
like,
You know
what would
this.
the story be of the Katy Perry
The
jukebox musical?
story.
What
Ooh,
would,
it
because
could be
what's the through
like
line with her music?
saying problematic
No,
things. Like,
no, seriously,
okay,
seriously, what would it be?
you PMS like a bitch. You're so gay. And you don't even like boys. She's a she's a menace to society, and the show ends with her no longer making music because she
You're
says things like
no.
that.
You're entering this with a mindset that is dedicated to tearing Katy Perry a new one, and I appreciate that. But like
Mm,
you're tasked with writing
okay,
a
okay,
musical that can only
okay. I'm
use Katy
excited.
Perry music. It doesn't have to be
Okay,
about Katy Perry. It's not a biography. It's not
okay.
a documentary.
No, it's just a pure
What
jukebox.
is it?
No
What would
autobiographical.
it
Okay,
be?
okay. I'm excited for this tax. I love tax. I love shit like this. Okay. It starts off, Kevin. It starts off with a wedding ending.
Shut the fuck up. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
no. We are at her wedding, and then somehow, why did I start there? Maybe it's the hot and cold imagery, but yeah, so we're starting
that's
at a wedding.
it.
It's this beautiful, like, beachside wedding, and they're like, would you, like, it's just a musical about a woman going through compet and her kind of like
What the
learning to
fuck is a compet?
uh compulsive heterosexuality, like when
Oh, oh.
when straight women
Yes, I know. Yes, 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 yes,
kind
yes,
of like
yes, yes.
discover their lesbianism through time because they've been taught to
Yes.
be straight. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
through
yeah.
Katy Perry's music, we're gonna make a
I've
musical
got it. I've got
about
it.
the journey to discovering your lesbianism. This is the perfect story written by two men. It's perfect. Don't no one needs to
It's
question it.
perfect.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
And
authority on this.
and
No, I
as
wanted to
we've
start off in
got
a chapel wedding, though, not a beach wedding.
a
Beach is too
chapel.
Mamma Mia. I want it to be in a chapel,
I just like a wedding on a
a
beach. That's fine.
church.
That's fine. You know what
It's
I
too
really
Mamma Mia. And
imagine?
the
I
imagery needs to
imagine
start off.
a cliffside. I don't know why.
I need the imagery to be indoor church because it represents everything she's breaking out of. It
Okay,
can end
that's
on a
fine.
cliffside,
Listen. We'll get
cliffside
the
something.
artistic director will take care of this when we fight about it later.
No,
But
no, 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 no. Excuse me. I am the artistic director.
you
Continue.
can't be the
I already
artistic
know.
director.
I can be
You
whatever
are
I
not
want. So it
talented. No,
starts off
no.
with.
We want this to be a
It starts
success.
off.
I'm not going to make you artistic director. That's not no.
We've lost the chance of success. Katy Perry jukebox musical.
That sounds like the most successful thing. What are you talking about?
It
Are
does
you
sound
telling
good.
me?
Okay, hold up, hold up. No, you're right. You're right. I'm being silly, but listen to me because listen to me. So we need to talk about the songs, right? It needs to
Yeah.
start off with her being at the altar and then having kind of moment of clarity and singing hot and cold, right? She
No.
goes,
Because she's
then
not
what?
discovering that it's hot and cold. This is the part where she sings hot and cold when she's in a relationship with a man and a woman, and she's like trying to figure out how she feels about either her relationship to either gender, and what would like the breakout
Hold up.
what would be the
We have
breakout?
different
There's
visions.
got to be a
I'm
moment.
saying the show starts with her leaving her wedding.
Of course, but you don't just start with the realization. It has to grow and breathe.
Okay,
What's the want song
yes,
in the beginning?
but
What's
hold
the
up.
song that really describes what she
We
needs
need
from
a
us?
song. We need a song that
Oof.
pushes her to leave the wedding, though, Kevin.
So what song is
A
that?
Katy
It
Perry song.
exists already somehow.
So Kevin, yes, okay, you're right. Hot and Cold is too like
Yeah.
Act 1 closer or even Act 2 closer.
Yeah.
Because look, I'm thinking Teenage Dream could be in Act 2 when she's remembering that one girl lover she had when she kissed a girl and she liked it. Because she's like, we used to make out the most. But at the beginning,
What song?
she can't be so. It can't be. I've got the eye of the tiger.
Oh, the one that got away. Summer.
Oh my god!
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
Okay. Our producers give us the best idea. I love it.
No, don't give him credit. It was me. I came up with it.
Shut up.
The one that got away. Okay. Yeah.
The minister dude goes, "Do you take blah, blah, blah to be your wife? I do. Do you take that to be your husband?"
We have
lights off,
a
spotlight on Katie. She looks into the
flashback.
audience.
Yeah, that's right. And then
yes,
and then she's the whole. Oh my gosh! And then we see like snippets of their relationship. It's a little last 5 years. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So this is so we're gonna be writing
the one
this.
that got away plays.
This is what we'll start. This is what we'll start the Patreon with. We will start the Patreon when we can produce and write our Katy Perry jukebox musical, and the Patreon will be the journey to make it, and we'll put it on in some like black box nothing theater, and it'll be incredible. It'll make $0. We'll lose money, but it'll be the fact that we did it, and then we'll get sued by Katy Perry. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine, and then we'll be married, and then by that time we're married, it'll be this whole relationship and everything, and we'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Katy Perry is trying to tear down these two gays, and then it'll be our claim to fame.
First the women, then the gays.
Yeah, our musical will be like Katy Perry jukebox musical, the one that got away, panned by Katy Perry herself, and then everyone who hates Katy Perry will be like, I have to watch it. We have to root for these guys.
There we go.
I love that.
It'll be a huge service for the gay community.
It's really for the gays, Kevin. Not for us. Honestly, yeah. I feel like a rabbit chewing through the cords of the studio that she was working in would also help her brand. Like, I think anything would help her brand at this point.
Okay, enough of the Katy Perry ranting.
You're right. I'm sorry.
We got to move on.
That's a good idea, though. We're gonna do it anyway.
We're gonna do it. Okay. Speaking of the gays, there was a tweet that went viral on Twitter. Okay. It read, I honestly hate gay dating standards so much. I don't have a six-pack or jawline. I don't go clubbing all the time. I don't listen to newer artists much. I don't have a skincare routine. I don't travel because I'm broke. I eat junk food. I'm a nerd. I like comics and video games. People on the internet shit on this person a lot. It is a 21-year-old white twink. He's a cute-looking young man that got 4 million views. People were shitting on him because he shared his experience and holds some position given his body type and his race. My take on this is not a fun one. I actually don't think it's fair to shit on this kid.
Oh, really? We
disagree. I don't think it's fair to shit. I think you can have fun with it. I think there are some points to be made. And I think obviously, there is a larger social kind of commentary which says, well, if this person's struggling with dating, imagine what X, Y, and Z are. Sure. He's sharing his experience and he's having a shitty time.
Yeah, I get that. So the first two sentences, I'm totally on board with. I hate gay dating standards so much. I don't have a six-pack or jawline. That's valid. That's totally fair. Yeah. But then I don't go clubbing all the time. I don't listen to new artists much. I don't have a skincare routine. Okay, we have now completely we have gone past the attributes of superficial individuals, and now we're just talking about things that people do. Great. No one's asking to go clubbing all the time. I don't go clubbing all the time. Go to a bar you like. Go to a cafe.
A lot of people
I don't listen to newer artists much. Yeah, okay. What are you talking about? What artists do you listen to? We're just getting into really vague tendencies of people. I don't have a skincare routine. Do you want a skincare routine? What do you whose personality is skin routine, and why is that a person you need attention from?
You know what? You were making a good point, and I can feel my perspective shifting. I feel bad for him for getting dogpiled on.
Yeah.
I think the issue is that he's listing things that a lot of gay people do, and so he thinks that that's why he isn't able to date, but it actually just might be a skill issue, and he's telling on himself. I also don't believe that this person explicitly is genuinely, sincerely, because they don't listen to newer artists or travel or have a skincare routine. That is why they can't date. Up until I was like 23, I didn't have a skincare routine. I've barely traveled.
Wait, this is you
I
with a skincare
very,
routine?
that joke doesn't work. I have really good skin. But dating wasn't an issue for me.
It's the same thing when incels are like, women don't like me because I'm a nice guy, and women don't like nice
Yeah.
guys. It's like, is that really it? Just you're just such a
Yeah.
nice guy. Is that the reason women aren't interested in
Yeah,
you?
especially hearing this from a white gay is just extra irritating because, like, I'm telling you, like, I have gotten so much like race related stuff on dating apps where
Mm-hmm.
like people be like, sorry, I'm not into like brown people or whatever. So many of my own people on dating apps will write that they're mixed, even though they're just like South Asian, for example, because there's so much racism.
Yeah,
Like the amount of like, it's interesting. Like, I don't have the same dating experience as my white peers on apps. And
true.
it's quite disconnected from like things like maybe conventional attractiveness or things like
Yeah,
I don't know, personality even. It's just people will not care for me on apps relatively because of the fact
yeah.
that I am not white. And like that is
There's
like, yeah,
absolutely.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead, finish. Yeah,
Yeah. No. I'm listening.
I
Yeah,
thought you were
what came out
done.
aggressively, but I meant it sincerely.
No, I
Yeah.
thought you were done speaking, so but I want to make
No,
sure you
I'm done.
finish
I'm
your
done.
sentence.
I'm
Yeah,
off.
yeah. There's a very distinct way that people who are chronically online speak and people who have actually gone outside and experienced the world. Anyone who thinks that like gay culture is listening to newer artists, skincare routine, traveling, not eating junk food, to me, I just see red alarms going off about how like that is you being sold the gay experience in a bubble from an online format, because no one
Yeah.
who like speaks to a real person is like, yeah, well, I'm gay, so I do my 2 hours of skincare routine and I travel all the time
Yeah.
to Puerto Rico and then I eat my healthy, like that's not a person. That is an
Yeah.
image that is very real and sold online by
Yeah.
hot people in Speedos going on vacation every
Yeah.
other month.
Well, I don't even know if it's chronically online. Okay, just this really quick tangent. Every time I talk to a homosexual, they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to Puerto Vallarta with my boyfriend." And I'm like, "Why is everyone going to Puerto
Yes, but
Vallarta?"
you're not single because you're not going to Puerto
Going
Vallarta.
to
Like you're not
Puerto Vallarta.
single
Yeah,
because of
I
those
know.
things. You're poor and that's why you're not there. Sure, samesies,
And a lot
but
of gay people are.
no. But absolutely, I mean, we're on the same exact page about this at this point. Like
I know.
I
He
just
has so much systemic stuff working for his favor. Like there are so many things that people in these communities,
yeah.
in our communities, actually deal with, like
Okay, can I
being
push back on
fat,
that for a sec though?
having what?
I mean, you're right to say to someone though, your problems are minuscule because they could be worse is a little shitty. Not that you're
That's not
being
what I'm
shitty.
saying.
I
Hold
know,
up.
but that's how white people translate it. That's how skinny twinks see it. And also that's how people online come off because there's no empathetic context. It is just, why are you
Okay, then
complaining
let me
things are
rephrase
worse?
it. I appreciate that. Let me rephrase it because I that's helpful. Let me rephrase it. I believe that this person might be having a tough time. A lot of people who are more systemically marginalized, people that are racialized, and or people that don't have like quote unquote nice bodies or like quote unquote medium sized bodies, like larger people, fat
Mhm.
people, whatever word
For sure, for sure.
empowers you,
Yeah.
they are having
Woman's world.
technically an even more difficult time, but a lot of those folks are navigating it in a way that this person seems like they may not be aware of. Maybe they're not aware of the privileged space they hold, and it's kind of coming across that way. It's not to say that, oh, just because we're having a tough time, you can't complain. No, not at all. The fact that this person thinks that these are the reasons they aren't able to date,
Yeah.
meanwhile, people are actually not able to date because of actual, real, proven reasons that are studied sociologically. That's what comes across a little, unfortunately, like maybe tone deaf or perhaps out of touch.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
because a lot of times there are people, and I'm not saying this person is that, I don't know this person.
Mhm.
There are a lot of people who are low-key like insufferable and they think that they don't have a good dating life because X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, actually, you're just really jaded and your vibes are bad. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, like, I don't know. I mean,
Here's
what is it? I
it's a
mean,
tough balance.
continue.
It's a tough balance because the world sucks. And educating yourself about how the world sucks is part of living in the world, right? Like it's really shitty. And at the same time, if you are just a downer, no one's going to want to spend time with you. So there comes a time when you need to educate yourself. And there also comes a time when you need to just get over it and develop a personality. It's a harsh truth to like speak into that world, because of course the person saying it is not a perfect person, and like I'm over here being like, you have to develop a personality, then watch me take my shirt off. But it like
Sure.
you do, unfortunately, at some point in life, have to get over yourself, and you have to realize that the world's not going to cater to you, and you have to make the world what you want it to be.
Because that's what a lot of us do. And I'm talking, when I say us, I'm talking about people
And, like,
way more
gays.
down the lines of marginalization
Yeah,
than both of us.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Hundo.
As much as I will always share my experiences as a racialized person, but like I'm a light-skinned South Asian person. That already puts me tiers above my peers.
Yeah.
Like our country is obsessed with that. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. So like you have to, like, the world isn't going to cater to you. You have to accept that you will be discriminated against because of X, Y, and Z, and you get to decide how you react. For me, my personal take is, okay, well, then I'm going to be extra good at this and extra good at this and extra good at this.
Oh, when are
and
we
that's how
gonna
I'm
start
going to
doing
achieve
that?
success in dating and life. When I finally kick you off my podcast, and it'll be called Boyfriend. It'll be called Boyfriend Taha.
Can I be real?
That's when I'm
Can
going
I
to
be real? My biggest fear, like one of my biggest fears, is like leaving the podcast or like doing something else, or like you having a guest while I'm not here and views go up like drastically. I won't be able to recover if that happens. I will not
You're
emotionally
so weird. Why do you
be
have
able.
such weird, insecure fantasies?
Oh
weirdo?
God, Jesus Christ! Do we want to talk about you taking off your shirt at the beach?
No.
Okay, well then you get to shut the fuck
No.
up when I'm talking about insecurities that don't make sense. Don't flip me off. How dare you? I'll kill you. I'm just kidding. I won't keep that in.
I'm going
but
to
I
the beach
will.
tomorrow with my friend.
And what are we gonna
I
do?
told my friend I'm keeping my linen shirt on, and he was like, "It's okay, no one cares." I was
No
like,
one
"Okay, good.
cares.
I'm just gonna keep my shirt
You
on, I have
look
my
great.
shorts."
Please, I dare
And-
you. I dare. You know what? No, I dare you publicly on this podcast to take your shirt off at the beach because you look great and you should. I dare you.
No.
I dare you. I think
I look
everyone here should
low-key-
comment below encouraging you to take off your shirt at the beach because you look great and you should, and it's something that you probably should get over. I think you should, and everyone
I
in the
look
comment
kind of
section
sexy.
agrees with
I'm not
me.
gonna lie. Like,
Let's hear
I
it.
feel kind of sexy
Sound off in the
sometimes,
comments.
one day. Oh,
No.
Kevin, you're so
No.
funny and nice.
No,
Sweet, blah, blah,
I'm
blah,
gonna
blah.
see right here, and then we're gonna check in next week. We're gonna see if you did it, and everyone who commented below is gonna be disappointed in you
So-
for not doing it.
Well,
Hmm.
body image is something we're going to talk
No,
about in
no,
today's
no, no,
episode,
no.
actually, in dating. No. No. We're going to segue to body image, and you're going to take the lead on that because I have questions for you as a personal trainer. Before we even talk about this beat stuff, because I do want to talk about this kind of element of it later. I want to go back talking about, I'm very interested in hearing your perspective and other people's perspectives about fetishization racially. You know I love talking about race. You know I love this shit. It's very fascinating. It's also like a part of my life. That's why I'm excited to hear your perspective when we talk about the body stuff, because I have so many fucking questions for you. My first thing is, when we see interracial couples, it's always white. It's never like an Indian and a Vietnamese guy. It's never a Latino and a Pakistani guy, you know? That's one thing that comes to mind when I think of interracial dating. I'm like, there always has to be kind of a compulsory white person. Another thing that I navigate while dating is is fetishization something that is taking place in this dynamic? Am I fulfilling someone's like Aladdin fantasy? An experience I've had multiple times is meeting a hot guy on a dating app, whatever, on a date, going to his following list and seeing that he follows a bunch of gay dudes that all are from the same background as me and look exactly like me. And I'm like, it feels a little bit weird. And I think that there's this tricky line between like admiration and fetishization. And like, I'll give you an example of a fetishy thing I've heard someone say. And I'm curious if you agree, or anyone in the comments agree.
Maybe.
He goes, "Oh, people of color are so sexy." I felt very icky about that. You can't kind of umbrella that entire demographic and say they're all sexy without it being fetishy.
Yeah.
Like, I want to unpack that.
Definitely
like,
makes me
is that
nervous.
exactly?
Well, that's the thing. It's like
Right, nervous, right?
You're
Nervous
taking
is a good word.
You're taking every aspect of what makes someone an individual and human, removing that, and saying, "Ooh, isn't that great?" Like, if you like someone because of something they can't control, I think that is the red flag, right? I'm curious about because I get fetishized a lot, particularly I get put on like Asian fetish pages when that is
Yeah.
not my ethnicity. And it's kind of
No.
illuminating to see that, because I'm like, oh, well, we've kind of uncovered a little interesting tidbit
My
about
Persian king.
this this interesting little tendency here. But what is your
Sure.
opinion of the men who come on to you and then you discover are coming on to you probably because of race? Like, what is your opinion of them?
As people?
Yeah, like if you, when you discover it's like, oh, this is probably because of my skin color, what is your shift to judge their personality?
It's tricky. It depends on their opinion of it. Are they aware of it?
I'm just
Are
talking
they
about what
working to
you
unpack
think.
it?
It doesn't have to be the most, politically correct, judgmental. Like, I
Okay.
personally, when I see that, I think those people are boring, because I'm like, if you are just looking for one type of thing, I think you are sexually uninteresting. It's like, it doesn't look like you've
I think
learned much.
Yeah. I think they're weird. I think the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, you're weird. I'm just filling a gap that 10 other South Asians could fill. I'm not special.
Yeah.
You're weird. I don't want to do this. I think that's what kind of comes to mind.
Yeah.
I saw an article based on the new season of Bridgerton talking about mixed weight couples. You might be wondering, what is a mixed weight couple? It is a couple where one person is a different body type than the other, and typically like when one is like fat or overweight and one is leaner or thinner or more muscly. And I use these words respectfully because I know different people find them empowering.
100%. Yeah.
That's bizarre, first of all. And Kevin, I mean, I don't think we have to make a disclaimer saying, did you know that fat people struggle with dating? I think the prevalence of eating disorders in our communities tells us enough. Kevin, you're a personal trainer. You work with a lot of people who I'm sure have talked about their body image issues and whatnot. You have a podcast co-host who will cry at the mention of a beach. What is it? What's kind of your take in like the psyche of all of this as somebody who's working so close with the physical form of humans all the time?
Get a therapist. What's my take on the discrimination of fat people? I mean, that's the thing. My take isn't needed in this circumstance. It's not about what I think people should do, because I'm not in the position of being a minority. I think skinny people need to realize how fucking afraid they are of being fat. And it is to the point where, like, I don't think skinny people realize it is a phobia. I think the word phobia, or literally saying I'm afraid of fat people, is like triggering because it sounds so aggressive and nonsensical. But also it's like, I have so many clients who are not making the progress that they need to make because they refuse to like gain weight. They only want to gain muscle. They only want to grow like a six pack. They cannot comprehend the idea of gaining anything but what they think will make them look sexier, regardless if that's not how science works. Like, if you're a tiny little thing, you have to gain a little fat in order to gain a little muscle. Like, that's just how that's how it works. And if you're not going to do that, it's incredibly hard. You have to, like, the work that's required is so much more.
Yeah.
My take is that, like, it's not about what I think. It's about what skinny people need to be realizing about their worldview. But also, fat people have been screaming this for a while. Fat people have been screaming this as loud as they can, be like, please, like, just, I'm begging you to treat me like a person. I'm begging you to not see me as someone who's other, despite what the world's conditioning has done. Yeah, I mean,
you also look at older beauty standards and you're like, actually, people, like, at least heterosexually, right? Obviously, like, people liked more plump women back in the day. Like,
well,
that's
the thing. It's how society
sexual
changes.
Desire.
I mean, it's not that simple. The way
Well,
that
no, I'm not.
bodies...
Hold up. I'm saying that it's not inherent for us to feel like we shouldn't be attracted to chubbier people, because there are so many people that are attracted to fat people. And I've heard podcasts where like a lot of larger folks have shared their experiences where like so many people are attracted to us, but scared of other people knowing they're attracted to us, which is a big piece of it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm kind of alluding to.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's all just the relationship to what rich people deem accessible, right? Like, the way we treat our bodies will always be in an association where, like, the highest of the class will control what we do. You know, it's like the Kardashians get BBLs, everyone gets BBLs. All of a
Mm.
sudden, it's cool
They
to be
just removed
thick.
theirs.
Yeah, and then now everyone's
Yeah.
Ozempic and getting skinty again. Like, it is just following trends of what rich people are deciding is attractive. And that's the thing. You mentioned earlier
And
about in the fucking 1600s being plump and being
mm,
round was sexually stimulating for people because it looked like someone was so well off they didn't need to do work. So it's like it is just what
mm,
the richest folks in our society are deciding is obtainable, and
mm,
realizing that and rejecting it and treating people like human beings is really necessary. This whole
mm.
mixed weight nonsense, holy shit, I hate it so much. And
Bizarre.
I'm sure it came up just to be like inclusive in some weird dystopian way, but it's so many steps just walking around the topic of
Yeah.
inclusivity. It almost wastes our time, you know? It's like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, just be in a happy relationship. Holy shit, just make a friend. Oh my God.
I wonder if all of these factors bother people as much as they think they do. Let me explain what I mean by that. Like, how much of it is being scared of being perceived as somebody who's attracted to this demographic of people? Like, basically, what I'm trying to say is that, like, are we really gonna not take the time to try to uncondition ourselves? The love of our life could be out there, and we may never even give them a chance because we're like, I don't really know if I'm like secretly, I'm like, oh, I don't really know if I'm attracted to like Asian people, and I swipe left on them, or like, oh, this person's kind of chunky, I don't know if I'm into that. But actually, they're like, you would find them very sexy and amazing and like hot and like, I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder how much of it has to do with self-consciousness and perception.
100%. All I
Yeah.
have to say is that real men are not afraid of who they love and what they look like when they're standing next to someone they enjoy.
I think it's easy to say, oh, unlearn everything,
Oh,
but
for
it's
sure.
obviously a process. Can I tell you something funny? I had so much self-hatred when I first came out that I literally told my friends, I'm like, oh my God, I'd never date a non-white person because I was like, ew, my people are
And
gross.
here
Why would
we
I date
are
my people?
getting
White
ready to
people
be
are,
married. Ding a dong.
well, yeah, I know. Well, apparently you're like Iraqi, so
Oh God. Jesus Christ. Oh
good
boy.
response. Yeah, I mean, how does one check in with themselves and unpack their racial or body or discriminatory preferences? What does that look like in practice?
It's a hard line. I don't think I'm the right person to ask, but I'll give my opinion. There is I I do think in a way you kind of have to like step out of your bubble, but that comes
Yeah,
with the careful line you have to walk where you're not tokenizing people of color, right? You can't just be like,
exactly.
I'm going to date a black person next.
Yeah,
There's it's a fine line to walk when your intentions are to meet more people of color, but again, it's like just start talking, like just start following more
yeah,
people of color, just start
yeah,
engaging at parties with people you haven't met yet, and like if
yeah.
you step out of your circle of friends, I'm sure that will happen eventually.
It's all based on dehumanization, I find, and it's like the biggest thing that I find so helpful that I read many years ago. It was during the BLM protest. It's exactly what you said. They said, okay, you want to know how to actually be a really good ally who has like a good understanding of black folks? Just follow them,
Yeah,
follow a bunch,
yeah, listen.
and like you'll see. Like all of us are sharing our perspectives online. You can apply this to everything, and it's like you're inhibiting yourself because you think like you don't realize the value of connection. You don't realize that connection with this person could be very attractive to you, and you're not giving it a chance because you've just been trained to think that you don't need to and it's not worth it, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
So like, but yeah, you're so right, Kevin. That's a tricky line
Hmm.
because yeah, it would be weird if someone was like, yeah, like I really wanted to like stop being racist to
So I
Pakistanis, so I
followed
really wanted
you.
to go on a date with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Oh God,
Well,
yeah.
no. So I followed you is fine, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. But so I'm going on a date with you with that intention.
Yeah.
That is weird. So it's like I think there's an evolution, and then like fine. I think evolving from that to socializing to having a sincere attraction where you kind of explore and give someone a chance. I think there's some sort of progression there. But I agree, it's nuanced.
It's
It's
nuanced.
tokenization.
But
It's weird as hell. You also don't want to like waste up someone's time and
yeah,
be like, like I was just trying it out. Like what the fuck is that,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's baby steps every day. Whether it's taking your shirt off at the beach or meeting new people that don't look like you. Let's move on.
How ironic.
What?
As someone with a podcast,
What?
as both of us having a podcast with people that look exactly
I
like
don't
us,
think-
meeting people that don't look
I
like
don't
you.
think that has anything to do with this. I don't think
No.
the way we met has anything to do with the way people classify others or assume anything, actually. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I think you're right.
I don't think that speaks to any larger cultural situation. I think
so
we're
right.
innocent and always will be and always have been.
Tell them to comment their experiences.
But yeah, no, jokes aside, I would love to hear people's opinions on this, or just like anecdotal evidence, or even, you know, circumstances that they either overcame or were put into. I would love to hear more opinions on this, on what people have to say. Moving on though, no. But speaking of people who keep, you know, themselves stuck in a bubble, my red flag for this episode is that you're not going to take off your shirt at the beach, and you absolutely should. Wouldn't you love to prove me wrong? Wouldn't you feel so
Not
smug
really.
and validated?
Kevin, I'm
if
not
I
driven
was
by spite like
incorrect?
you.
But shouldn't
No,
you be?
this is you.
Shouldn't you be just a little
No, I
bit?
don't
Take off
care.
that shirt, diva. Come on. What's the harm? Who's gonna help? Who's gonna hurt you? Who's gonna be
that
holding
you're
you back?
okay.
Come on.
You're so
Everyone
encouraging and
below,
sweet, and I know that's
everyone
where this is
below
coming from.
Can comment?
You
and
sound
tell
so
you to
fucking
go.
creepy.
I sound
That's
so
why
fucking
it's funny.
creepy. No, I don't.
Yes,
no,
'cause
I don't. You're an
I
adult.
know the loving place
You're an
it's coming
adult.
from.
I'm not a Catholic priest, okay? I know that when I ask someone to take off a shirt, they're an adult. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I think you should take off your shirt at the beach, and I think everyone below should comment and tell you to take off your shirt at the beach, and then when you don't, you're gonna feel real stupid. And that's gonna be your fault, Diva. That's my red flag. You're not gonna do it, and I'm right. And that's the red flag.
Yeah, well, you are right. I'm not gonna do it.
Boo! Boo!
You're stupid. You're supposed to encourage me to take small steps and challenge myself.
Wear a
not
crop. You're not
shame
wear a
me
crop
for
top
not.
at the beach. Wear a crop top that says "I'm
No.
Daddy's favorite slut," and do that.
No,
Come on.
you're not supposed to shame me, you idiot. You're supposed to be like,
You deserve
baby
shame.
steps.
You deserve shame for your stupid thoughts. In this circumstance, you deserve a little bit of shame. Shame is a fantastic motivator.
no, not for me. My red flag is I have two red flags. My red flag is you.
You can't turn this on me because I'm right. You can't turn this on me.
Instead of being baby step oriented
No.
or pushing
I
me
told you to wear a
and
crop
making me
top.
feel weird, I'll kill you. But my other red flag is being told, having been explicitly told on dating apps, sorry, I don't really date your people. Or like,
Yeah.
in Australia, someone told me that if they don't want to date South Asians or East Asians, they say no spice, no rice.
Mhm.
So that's my other red
Yikes.
flag, is that I am not a person to a lot of people, and it's their loss. But
Yeah.
what's your green flag?
My green flag is that Katy Perry's single is doing very badly. I know, I promised I wouldn't say anything, and I did anyway. Listen,
Kevin,
I'm trash. I'm
you
trash,
have a
and
fixation.
I don't care. I don't
You
care.
have a
Listen, there's so
fixation.
few things that I can root for in this world. Katy Perry's downfall is one of them, and I'm gonna revel. I'm gonna revel in that.
Okay.
Woo!
Enjoy. Don't mention it one more time, and I'm leaving this. I'm so bored of hearing about how much you hate her.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I have not brought up musicals in ages.
That's
you know
not
that?
true. You brought up a jukebox musical. We spent
Okay,
like
but you
30
kept
minutes.
it going. Oh shit.
You can't even
Oh, yeah,
remember
we
what
did.
happened. It has been less than 30 minutes. You cannot be that
Oh, yeah,
fucking.
we had a whole segment
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh. You're gonna forget.
But you encouraged me.
Uh?
My green flag is the Katy Perry jukebox musical we're gonna make. 'Cause I already know.
Yeah, it is.
I already know the
Yeah,
trajectory.
is.
It's gonna be sick.
Katy Perry has brought more
It's gonna
joy to me this week than anyone else has, honestly, and I don't know how to deal with those emotions.
There you go. Also, guys, if you're here, before we get to Tango's comment, Kevin and I have been toying around with the idea of some cute merch. If you have any ideas, let us know.
I'm thinking of
Let us know your
a
ideas.
shirt that's completely clear that says Taha's beach shirt.
For the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of just a
Yeah.
plastic like
Yeah.
poncho that's nothing.
Can I tell you what I've actually been thinking of?
Not
Your
wearing a
gray
shirt.
tank top, but like, no, your gray tank top, because you always wear it. And then for me, it could be like a vial with water in it, but it's like a vial of my tears because I'm always crying. It's like a little chain.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Why am I getting like Belle Delphine bath water being sold as merch vibes from this?
I don't know what you just referenced. Let me look up Tango's comment.
Oh my
While
gosh.
you explain that.
We don't have enough time to get into it, but if you want to Oh, Belle Delphine. Is
What
Belle
happened?
Delphine the creator of gooning? We can't get into
What are
this.
you
We
saying?
can't get into this. We
What-
can't get into this. This is a topic for an entirely different podcaster episode. But I just kind of accidentally rammed my car into a good point tree that is going to make my insurance really expensive. Huh. Interesting. I need to do more research. I think Belle Delphine is the creator or the genesis of what we know today as gooning. An interesting point.
God.
An interesting development in the studio today.
Interesting to you. I don't care.
All right, time for a Tango comment.
Oh, yeah,
Tingus, come here.
Tango,
We got-
I'm ready for you.
We got a small team, and Tango
For-
reads all of our comments. So, a piece.
So
What did he vet as the meanest
Tango.
comment this week?
So Tango saw a comment from 2 episodes ago recently. Jake and I talked about how we were actually 19 years old,
Yeah, cringe.
which is definitely not a joke. It was very clearly a joke. Like, it was very clear. But the thing is that people on the internet are very stupid. And one of the comments, in fact, there were a lot like this, were like, 19? Yikes. Or like, you guys look like you're 28. And I was like, yeah, it's because we are. Anyways, that's the Tango comment for the week. People trying to age shame me, and through that age shame you because our faces are the same. How do you feel about that, Kevin? People don't think that we're 19.
Yeah, they have eyes.
But doesn't that hurt your feelings, Tango?
Why
Actually, I don't wanna
why
look
would someone
19.
expressing truth and fact hurt my feelings?
Yeah, it doesn't actually hurt my feelings. But they were
Also,
trying to
you're
do
younger than
something
I
there,
am.
but they
If
didn't.
someone says I look like your age, then they're saying I look younger than I am, and that's not age shaming.
They were talking to Jake, not you.
You said we look the same,
Yeah, I did.
and they said you were 28.
I don't want to look 19. I don't know why I thought that was an insult. I just thought it was annoying because they were trying to be all mean and no, but I'm like, no, you're stupid. Sorry, it just happened.
So
Hey guys, don't forget to like.
no.
comment,
We're gonna wrap around this for a second. I'm gonna be a little python.
You never
and
let me
coil around.
retreat.
Yeah, because you brought this up. I'm not gonna let you retreat into a situation that you don't get to start the forest fire and then run away without consequence.
Oh, like the bees.
So when someone said you were 28, how'd that make you feel?
It made me feel fine. I was annoyed
Did it?
because I said this person.
Fine but annoyed.
What annoyed me
Yeah.
was, can you let me talk,
No.
or are you gonna keep talking over me?
I'm gonna keep talking over you.
I was annoyed because this person thought I was actually 19 and wanted to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work because I'm actually 28, so it wasn't actually objectively hurtful.
Old
but I was like,
flop.
how rude. Yeah, well, how rude. What if I was 19 and old looking? That's not a nice thing to say to someone. And you're ugly. On that note, guys, thank you so much for listening.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for listening to our very good opinions.
As a treat, I'm not gonna take off my shirt, but I'm gonna unbutton one extra button. Oh,
See, you'll do this. You'll fucking do this. This is what you're a piece of shit. You know that? You will take your entire shirt, open it up on a podcast where people watch, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Don't tell me to take off my shirt. That's too much. That's too much.
That's the
too
entire
much."
body that people are perceiving
You're a
me.
dumb little slut. You're a dumb little slut. You want to be a whore, but you reject it because of trauma. Get over your trauma and take off your fucking shirt, bitch. You're at the beach.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the
I would
one
take
place
off my
where
shirt.
everyone else is doing it. No one's asking
The
you to
last
do a
time I
TED
went
Talk
swimming,
naked.
the lifeguard was laughing at my babe body. I was 13. It was 5 years
my
ago.
God. Stupid bitch. That would make you 18. You fucking dumb
I am 18.
idiot. You dumb stupid slut. Well, guess what? You look horrible for 18. Take off your shirt. Take off your fucking shirt. I'm so done sympathizing with any aspect of you stupid idiot. I hate you so much. If you can't see on the video pod right now, he is caressing his titties in front of the public. We're gonna make this a little fucking TikTok and people are gonna see it and you're gonna look like a dumb idiot. And I cannot wait.
I'm not
Take off
making
your
this a
fucking
TikTok.
shirt
This
at
is
the
not-
beach. You have trauma that you need to get over. I am over it. I'm over it. People who are coming into the podcast for the first time are going to think I'm being far too aggressive in the future when I'm telling you to get over yourself and to stop like being so fucking cringe when it comes to your body, but you need to get over it.
I literally cannot hear you. I took off my headphones.
I believe you.
can't
I
hear you.
believe you. Wow.
can't
Wow.
hear
So
you. I just see your
so
face.
you sounds
I
like you're not
genuinely
the
have no idea what
problem.
you're saying.
Sounds like you're not the
Living
problem.
in my
Yeah,
own
this is exactly how I thought.
Didn't
Like and subscribe. Tell Taha to take off his shirt. We're fucking done with this. I cannot take this man. He is so much trauma built into the fiber of his being. I'm gonna take this time. He's not listening, so I want you guys to know that Ta is one of my best friends.
That's
I
High
really
School
enjoy
Musical.
him. And
Guys,
there
thank you
is
so much
no
for
one
listening
that I
or
would
watching.
enjoy
We love you.
making
I don't
this
know what Kevin
podcast
is
with
saying right
more.
now.
I love him
but
so much.
we love
and
you.
He's so great. If
When
anyone
I'm
tells
ready,
him
I will
that I said
breastfeed all
this,
of you.
I will
Thank you
deny
so
it,
much,
and I
and
will
have
tell
a
you to drink some
lovely,
bleach. But
lovely
until
week.
then,
I don't know what
have a
Kevin's
great
saying.
day.
Oh my god, I should do more episodes like this. I actually don't have to hear him. Yeah. Bye.